Hello, I'm Enrique Rueda-Sabater. I want to tell you about the future of the internet. Sounds interesting? That's the topic of a set of scenarios that Cisco, together with the Global Business Network, have developed on the internet in 2025. What will it look like? How will we get there? We know quite a lot about the potential of the internet. We know quite a lot about the direction. There's no doubt it's going to get larger. It's going to have a broader scope. It's going to be generating benefits of all sorts, social and economic. But there is also a lot of uncertainty around the path it can take, the twists and turns between now and 2025. And understanding those are very helpful to develop business models that are effective in taking advantage of the opportunities, and also for policymakers is a very good way of thinking about the challenges that need to be tackled. The scenarios are not predictions. We don't know what the world of the internet will look like in 2025. We do know that it is likely to go through a lot of change. And precisely because we know the direction, but there's a lot of uncertainty about the shape it will take, and a lot of implications come out of different shapes, it's worth using the technique called scenarios to think about the future, alternative futures. In this case, we've developed 4 scenarios of how the internet could look like in 2025. To get to those 4 scenarios that are not predictions, again, they are essentially alternative futures, possibilities of how the internet could be in 2025. To get to those stories, we started by talking to a lot of interesting people inside Cisco and outside. We thought about what are the things that are more likely to be predictable, the things that are relatively clear in what shape they are taking. Things like the gravitation of the internet economy towards emerging countries, it looks like we can count on that. The influence of the digital natives, people who have been raised by the internet. Again, they will have a lot of impact in the future of the internet and on adoption of technology as they get to positions of influence, particularly. Pricing schemes are also going to play a role. How we interact with the internet. QWERTY keyboard is likely to be not as central as it is now. In fact, it may be almost an antiquity by 2025 with voice, tactile, neural communication with the internet a possibility, which of course means that people who use different alphabets from that of the QWERTY keyboard will find it much easier to communicate. We then explore the range of uncertainties around network capacity. How much investment, private investment, public investment will there be to expand network capacity? How much technology growth will there be? How much progress around technology? Will that continue to go very rapidly, or will that reach a plateau or slow down? And then what are going to be the reactions of the users? Users being businesses as well as individuals. How will they react to different pricing models? How will they react to the tension between privacy and connectivity? How will they react to government decisions or attempts to control content or access to the internet? With those uncertainties as a framework, we developed 4 scenarios. The 4 scenarios, again, are designed to help us rehearse the future, to help us think about if the world happened as in that scenario, what would we have to do starting today to prepare for it, to make the most of the opportunities, to handle the challenges, from the perspective of the business model of a corporation or from the perspective of a policymaker. The 4 scenarios, and I encourage you to read the report where you can look at greater detail on what those worlds of 2025 internet look like, including in each world 3 characters that we have come up with that give you a flavor of what is it to live in that world. The 4 worlds are fluid frontiers, insecure growth, bursting at the seams and short of the promise. Each of them explore a different combination of factors that has shaped the internet of 2025 differently. Each of them can give you insights that will help ensure that the strategies that you develop are robust to different paths that the internet could take, and that you understand also key indicators of change and equip yourself to react faster. And if you are a corporation, be more competitive. If you are a policymaker, make sure that you take the best possible decisions for your countries. The purpose of all of this exercise is to make sure that the potential benefits of the internet, social and economic, are realized to the maximum possible extent. This potential is something that we in Cisco believe strongly in, and there is a lot of things that can be done to ensure that we realize that potential.